Assalamualaikum, I'm Shafiz Omar, one of investment analysts from Mega Trading Team. Today, we will like to recommend some stock that you all can buy or sell. The first stock is Industronic Berhad. Industronic Berhad is one of the company that supply electronic goods in technology sector. We use 5 indicators to support the decision whether to buy or sell the stock, such as the SMA, MACD, ROC, RSI, and stochastic. So, all of the indicators on 18 June 2021 shows that the investors need to hold the stock until the signal come out. The investor recommend buying the stock either for the short term or the long term period. If they already bought the stock, the investor are advised to hold the stock until the sell signal come out. Based on the technical analysis, we can identify that the trend of the stock is upward trend. This is a good time for the investor to take the opportunity and enter the market. When the stock rebound at the support level, it means that the price at a lower price. So the investor can buy at a lower price and sell at a higher price. Based on the fundamental analysis, we can see that this company has a good performance. Current ratio describe that their ability to settle the short-term obligation. This is a good statistic for the investors to continue investing in this stock. Based on the economic perspective, it is also a good signal for the technology sector because the technology sector will grow rapidly to meet the demand for the current situation. Based on the news by the Sun Daily 22 February 2021, it states that the global semiconductor supply chains upcycle is likely to continue in 2021 to 2022. This is a possibility for the stock to generate more income and profit. So we are believe that the economic development through this technology sector will provide more benefit for the investors in the short term and the long term period.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nina Hazrina binti Hanif. Today I would like to show and give some recommendation about the company that I have been choose, which is Samdabi Berhad. This analysis performance for this company is started at 2 January 2020 until the last trading, which is 18 June 2021. There are 5 indicators that I have been used in order to making decision in trading by forecast the future price of the company. The indicator that I have been used in this analysis, which is MACD, Double Simple Moving Average, Stochastic, Rate of Change, and Relative Strength Index. Based on the last trading for this company, there are no buy or sell signals happens. So, the investor need to hold this stock until the buy and signals come out in the future. In the conclusion, this company is really made the correct decision in holding the stock until the signal occurs. This shows that some Samdabi Berhad want to avoid from the losers rather than enter the market even though they know that their price will fall. Next is we move to the recommendation. For the first recommendation is based on technical analysis. As we have seen, in a downtrend, the investor will find an undervalued stock and use technical analysis to identify a specific entry point when the stock may be bottoming out. They seek the value in their decision and intend to hold their trades for the longer term. This demonstrates that the traders were wise to take an action by purchasing stocks at the right time to ensure that they will be able to make the larger profits. When the stocks price out reach a certain levels, the traders will take an action to sell the stock in order to avoid the losers. The second recommendation is based on fundamental analysis. Based on the fiscal year performance, these companies perform well in terms of revenue. The company total revenue is 36.93 billion. It represents that when the company purchase more goods and services, the business that sell those goods and services choose to produce and sell more, reaping the benefits in terms of increasing the revenue. In the quarter ended in March 2021, Samdabi's current ratio is 1.53 times, which is better than last year. This shows that the company has the ability to meet its short-term obligation. Last recommendation is based on economic perspective. It is shown on 25 June 2021, which is Minister Khairi Jamaluddin announced that the government is now aiming to expedite COVID-19 vaccination for those working in critical economies sector such as construction, plantation, and commodities. According to the news, it allows employees in the companies such as Samdabi to work so that the company does not suffer from the losers. Based on that, many investors will invest in this company because Sime Darby is one of the sectors that can be opened during the lockdown situation.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Siti Aisyah bin Tadahim. Today, I will continue to present about the future potential investment and give the suggestion of my prediction for Fed Management Holding Berhad. This is to indicate the investor whether to buy, sell or hold the stock at the last day trading which is at June 2021. So, there are 5 indicators that I have been used in making decision in trading by forecast of future price of the company. Based on the last day trading, only double moving average shows a sell signal. Meanwhile, another 4 indicators didn't show any signal whether to buy or sell. So, the investor need to hold the stock until the signal come out in the future. In conclusion, the investors recommended buying the stock whether in short term or long term. Furthermore, it also have a strong sentiment and potential that can bring up the price of fixed stock in the future. During COVID-19 pandemic, all stocks from the logistics sector able to perform in making a profit and have a good position in Bursa Malaysian Securities Berhad. According to the technical analysis, the upward trend line can be identified from the trend of stock, and it can give opportunity for investors to enter the market because they can buy the stock at a low price and gain more profit in the future. Therefore, most of the investors don't only make a decision based on technical analysis, but they need to look at information from fundamental and academic perspective. Besides that, we also can identify the company performance from the fundamental analysis. The company revenues increased higher than last year, so it can attract more investors. Firstly, the company current ratio show a good performance, which is 1.96 times, and able to use its current asset instead of up the short-term liabilities. This information I get it from the iSaham. Secondly, the dividend yield of the company is 5.1%, increase more than last year. Moreover, based on the FM Global Logistics, the company have made announcement of bonus issue in early June 2021. In the academic perspective, based on the market watch, the increase in the use of e-commerce has led to the rise of logistics and transportation sector during the COVID-19 pandemic. Based on the article Malaysian Investment Development Authority in 10 February 2021, Malaysia has been listed among the 10 top attractive nations to freight sector. The country's economy is expected to grow up to 5% and 6% to the logistics industry. Most investors are more interested in companies that offer the long-distance delivery service due to the high margins and increase in demand.
Inari Amateur Berhad is a company that owns 14 subsidiaries that involve in electronic manufacturing services. It is also one of the investment holding company in Malaysia. There are 5 indicators that I use for this analysis, which are double simple moving average convergence divergence, relative strength index, rate of change, and stochastic. These indicators are used to indicate the trading signal for this stock at the last day of trading, which is on 18 June 2021. First of all, the first indicators that I use to indicate the trading signal for this stock is double simple moving average. From the analysis, we could see that this indicator show a hold signal for this stock on 18 June 2021, and the buying signal was determined on 15 June 2021 at the price of RM3.20 for each unit of stock. Secondly, I also use MACD as the indicator for this stock. According to MACD indicator, there is also a hold signal on 18 June 2021 because there is no movement of MACD line that crosses above or crosses below the signal line on that day. Meanwhile, the buying signal was determined on 25 May 2021 at the price of RM3.24. Thirdly, the third indicator that I use to indicate the trading signal is relative strength index. From the analysis, we could see that this indicator is also showing the same signal, which is hold signal for this stock on 18 June 2021. Meanwhile, its buying signal was determined on 17 May 2021, which is at the price of RM3 for each unit of stock. Next, I also use rate of change indicator to indicate the trading signal. The rate of change indicator also indicates the same signal, which is hold on 18 June 2021. Meanwhile, its buying signal was determined on 17 June 2021 at the price of RM3.22. Lastly, I also use stochastic as an indicator for this stock. On 18 June 2021, there is a hold signal that I could retrieve based on this indicator. However, the previous signal shown was a sell signal, which is on 3 June 2021 at a price of RM3.27. To conclude my analysis for this stock, it is recommended for all investors to hold the stock on 18 June 2021. It is because of all indicators shows a hold signal for this stock on the day. The investor with existing stock shouldn't sell their stock, and it goes the same way for the investor who didn't have any existing stock. They also shouldn't buy any stock from Inari and Merchant Berhad. Besides all those indicators, it is also recommended for investors to hold the stock because of the sideways trend of Inari and Merchant Berhad at that time. The sideways trend is known to have a difficult environment for investors to generate the profits.
My name is Siti Nur Alwani binti Isan Zahiru. So next, I would like to present about analysis of Iris Corporation Berhad. First, I am using the moving average MA to identify whether to buy or sell the stock. Based on chart for 1 year period from 18 June 2020 until 18 June 2021, as we can see on the last cut-off date, which is 18 June 2021, there is no crossover line between the red line and blue line. It shows the stock is directly indicate a hold signal to the investors. Secondly, based on the moving average converger diverger MACD chart, they show 20, 12 MACD and 9 signals in the indicator window. On the last cut-off date, which is 18 June 2021, the MACD indicator show that the MACD line cross above the signal line and the MACD's histogram turns out below the zero. It shows the stock is directly indicate a buy signal to the investors. Next, I am using the relative strength indicator RSI to identify whether to buy or sell the stock. On 18 June 2021, the indicator showed that the RSI line is 44.4%, which crossed below 70% and above 30%. It indicates a hold signal to the investor because it is not overbooked and oversold. Next, for the fourth indicator is the rate of change ROC. Based on the charts, on 18 June 2021, the indicator show that the ROC line green line at the lower level that below the zero line, which is negative 5.3%. It shows the stock is oversold that directly indicate a strong buy to the investors. This is due to the line reach the lower ROC and the line also start to rise toward the zero line. The last indicator, which is stochastic. Stochastic is a technical momentum indicator that compares a stock closing price to its price range over a period of time. Based on the charts, it shows on the last cut-off day, which is 18 June 2021, it shows that the K percent line and the percent line is below the 20% line, which meaning the stock is oversold by the investor and strong downside momentum. The chart shows K percent line is 14.3% and the D percent line is 9.5% that is plotted. When it reaches below 20%, investors need to aware of the buy signal. In conclusion, based on the charts and indicators, it clearly shows that there is a strong buy to the investor. This is because the majority of indicators that have been used, which is MACD, ROC, and stochastic, has shown they are oversold and directly indicate the buy signal. MA and RSI are showing there is hold signal. Thus, investors are recommended to buy the Iris stock on 18 June 2021 since the stock at a lower price. If they have already bought this stock, they are advised to hold this stock until the sell signal come out of strong sentiment that can bring down the stock price. This stock has huge potential for price increase. According to the Malaysia Stock Biz, Iris Corporation Berhad announced a new issue of security about fundraising. Fundraising Iris Corporation Berhad private placement of up to 296,628,000 new Iris common shares, representing 10% of the total issued share of Iris. In addition, Dr. Povden SIM acquired 1,000 shares through the open market on 18 June 2021. After that, on 21 June 2021, the company made announcement of the change in director shareholding of changes on 18 June 2021.